Roommate was stealing my marked leftovers, made a chocolate cake with habanero peppers, labeled it with my name, and wrecked his world. My college roommate Tyler was the worst person to live with. Like, this guy didn't know how to cook a single thing, not even ramen. He'd literally burn water if that was possible. He also refused to go grocery shopping because he said it was too expensive, but somehow he always had money for beer and video games. So instead of learning basic life skills like a normal adult, Tyler just ate my food. And I'm not talking about occasionally grabbing a snack, I'm talking about eating my entire meal prep for the week. Every Sunday I'd spend like 3 hours cooking chicken, rice, vegetables, all portioned out in containers with my name written on them in big letters. By Wednesday, half of it would be gone. I confronted him the first time it happened. Tyler just shrugged and said he was really hungry and didn't have time to go to the store, like that was somehow my problem. I told him to stop, that I was on a tight budget and needed that food for the week. He said, okay, sorry, won't happen again. Next week, same thing. My leftover pasta I was planning to eat for 3 days, gone after 1. My homemade stir fry, vanished. I started writing, do not eat on everything. Didn't matter, Tyler would just peel off the labels and act confused when I asked about it. The worst part was he'd leave like 1 bite in the container and put it back in the fridge. Like somehow that made it okay because he didn't eat the whole thing. One time I found my entire rotisserie chicken stripped down to the bones. I'd bought it specifically to make sandwiches for the week. Tyler's excuse? He thought it was communal because it wasn't in a labeled container. It was in the original store packaging with the receipt still attached that had my name on it. I was losing my mind, and honestly, I was losing money. I was spending like $60 a week on groceries that were supposed to last me 7 days. But Tyler was eating half of it. After 2 months of this, I decided enough was enough. If Tyler wanted to steal my food so badly, I'd give him something to remember. I went online and found this recipe for chocolate habanero cake. Then I went to the store and bought the hottest peppers I could find. Not just habaneros, but ghost peppers too. I spent an entire afternoon baking this cake, mixed the peppers right into the batter and the frosting. Then I added wasabi to the frosting too, just for extra fun. The cake looked absolutely perfect. Dark chocolate with smooth frosting. It looked delicious. You couldn't tell anything was wrong with it at all. I put it in a container, wrote my name in huge letters, added a massive do not eat label, and stuck it right in the front of the fridge where Tyler couldn't miss it. Then I waited. 2 days went by and nothing happened. I was starting to think maybe Tyler had finally learned his lesson. Then I came home from my shift at work around midnight on Saturday. The apartment was trashed, beer cans everywhere. Tyler and 3 of his buddies were passed out in the living room. I went to check the fridge and my cake container was on the counter, empty except for like 2/3 of the cake still in there. They'd eaten 1/3 of it, a whole third of pure spicy death. I was putting the container back when I heard someone running to the bathroom, then another person. Then Tyler stumbled past me looking green. Apparently they'd gotten really drunk and decided to raid my food, found the cake and thought they hit the jackpot. Tyler told me later they each had 2 huge slices before the heat kicked in, but by then they were already drunk and their stomachs were not happy. All 4 of them spent the next hour throwing up. And here's the thing about spicy food. It burns just as bad coming back up as it did going down. Tyler was in the bathroom literally crying, asking me what was in that cake. I just shrugged and said I found a chocolate habanero recipe online that I wanted to try. Told him I thought it would be interesting to experiment with spicy desserts. He kept saying, how could you make something that spicy? And I reminded him that it had my name on it with a do not eat label. The next morning, Tyler was still miserable. Apparently the cake didn't feel great coming out the other end either, if you know what I mean. His friends were texting him asking what the hell was in that cake and saying they'd never come over again. From that day forward, Tyler never touched my food, not once. He started ordering takeout every night and actually went grocery shopping. Best $15 I ever spent on ingredients.